Hi, I'm Sierra Huff, Executive Director for CASA of Baltimore. I'm so glad you decided to join us today. The Art of Caring is a unique event where one-of-a-kind art pieces and other items are auctioned off and proceeds are used to support children who have become victim to child abuse and neglect. Every year we gather, this time virtually, to continue to provide unwavering support to the children and youth we serve. Advocacy in all its forms seeks to ensure that the people, especially those who are most vulnerable in society, are able to have their voice heard on issues that are important to them, have their views and wishes genuinely considered when decisions are being made about their lives, and have their rights defended. There are over 1,800 children in foster care in Baltimore. That's almost 40% of the total foster care population in Maryland. And your presence here today is one step taken to advocate for at least one child. This may seem like a small impact to a larger issue, but advocacy for one child will make an enormous difference in that child's life. A wise person once said, "We can't control where our CASA children come from, but we can have an impact on where they end up." You are helping us continue to make that impact. Welcome to the Art of Caring.
Hello, and welcome to the Art of Caring. I'm Keith Snipes, your host. The Art of Caring is a unique experience in art and advocacy. This year, in addition to art, experiences are also available for auction. For example, a week at a beach house, a round of golf, and a spa day. The auction begins today, September 13th, and ends on September 27th. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Jamar Brown, our board chair.
Thank you so much, Keith, and thank you for your many years of dedicated service to CASA of Baltimore and the youth that we serve. You have been an important spokesperson for CASA, and we are deeply grateful for your support and your voice. I'm also happy to welcome everyone to CASA of Baltimore's Art of Caring, our annual community silent art auction. This year, for the first time, Art of Caring is completely virtual. Like everyone, CASA has made necessary adjustments to ensure the safety of our neighbors and friends due to COVID-19. But we are nevertheless excited to showcase the amazing community of artists that support CASA of Baltimore and our mission of advocating for children in foster care, many of whom are victims of abuse and neglect. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we at CASA, our staff, our volunteers, and our CASA youth are deeply grateful for the support of everyone for the work that we do. That support means more now in the wake of COVID-19. COVID has in some ways exposed and in other ways deepened significant disparities that directly impact our youth. As many as 38% of households in the poorest neighborhoods in Baltimore lack access to internet and experience food scarcity due to children not being able to receive meals provided by school. I'm very proud to say that CASA of Baltimore has managed to continue to effectively advocate on behalf of our youth while prioritizing their health and safety. CASA of Baltimore has successfully instituted remote visits between our volunteers and our youth, and our CASA volunteers are also providing their reports and recommendations to the court remotely. CASA's ability to adapt and effectively respond to this pandemic would not be possible without your support. I have the honor tonight of introducing the honorary chairperson of this year's Art of Caring, Erin Mabin. Our honorary chair is someone that CASA recognizes as an inspirational and fierce advocate for children and youth in our community. Erin Mabin is exactly that person. His passion for Baltimore, his hometown, and its youth brought him back here after an illustrious professional and collegiate football career. Erin was selected as the 11th overall draft pick in 2009 by the Buffalo Bills as a former All-American defensive end at Penn State University. Erin went on to play in the NFL for the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals before making the decision to walk away from football to pursue a career as a professional artist, activist, author, educator, and community organizer. In 2009, Aaron established Project Mayhem to help underprivileged and at-risk youth excel beyond their current conditions. Aaron currently teaches creative arts and literacy in Baltimore public schools, and most recently co-founded the Operation Heat campaign, raising over $90,000 for schools struggling with heating issues in the wintertime. In 2018, Aaron said that ever since he can remember, art has always been his preferred communication method. He went on to say, quote, "The thing I still love about art is the artist's ability to use their craft to inspire people to action." Well, that is exactly what Art of Caring is all about, using art to inspire people to action. Aaron, CASA could not have selected a better honorary chair to kick off this year's Art of Caring, and we are so honored to have you with us tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, let me introduce our Art of Caring honorary chair, Mr. Aaron Mabin. Let's give him a round of applause.
Wow. First of all, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to CASA Baltimore. I want to say thank you to the other honorary members of the staff. I want to say thank you to all the volunteers. I want to say thank you to everyone that went into organizing this event, and to everybody behind the scenes that goes about the day-to-day process of making the work that they do here possible. This is a really unprecedented time, and it's a crazy time for us to be coming together, and a crazy time for us to be living in the city of Baltimore. When you talk about hopelessness, when you talk about trauma, when you talk about depression, when you talk about abuse, these are issues that we're not in short supply of in a city like Baltimore. These are issues that touch and affect so many different people, so many different youth, so many different households. As an educator, I myself know firsthand what that looks like. I know what it looks like to see kids coming into school buildings every day, carrying on their shoulders the weight of trauma and the burden of issues that nobody their age should have to be dealing with. We see the lack of resources in our community. We see the lack of opportunities for them to get out of these situations. And that's one of the reasons that I think that the work that CASA is doing in the city of Baltimore is so deeply important to our children and their future. As an artist myself, I always try to use my platforms and my work to talk about important issues like this that affect our community and affect our youth. I think that as an artist, it's our responsibility not just to use our platform, but to use our work as sounding boards for these issues, and not just to raise awareness, but to challenge society to do something about them. Because far too often times we see issues not get addressed because people simply lack the knowledge and information. So when I had the opportunity this year to be an honorary chair for this event, I definitely was excited about it, not just because of the opportunity to have the artwork and to raise money for a great cause, but to let people, to really yield my platform to the cause so that more people knew about the work that is being done. In order for more people to volunteer, they have to be aware of the work that's happening. In order for more people to want to make the changes, they need to know about the problems. I'm always going to be a person that continues to use my platform to raise voice on those issues. But I want to challenge everybody, not just in this room, but everybody that's watching this recording, to think about what we personally can do, each of us individually, to see these problems addressed. Because we can't just continue to just rely on our court system or our police department to address these issues that are prevalent in our communities. What kids are we actually reaching out to? What people are we mentoring? How are we using our platform to improve the lives, the resources, and the opportunities for those of us that need it most? Again, I just want to thank you to everybody that even thought to include me in this wonderful event. I look forward to being a part of it in the future, and I thank you guys for the opportunity.
And now I'd like to introduce our most important guest, Xavier Davis, a former CASA youth who has excelled throughout his life.
Good evening. Thank you all so much for attending this occasion today for such an awesome program. My name is Xavier Davis. If you would allow me a few moments, I would like to share some of my story with you. I often share sentiments of my story, my history, my life, not for any sympathy or for any entertainment, but to always encourage people. This is not a story so much about my past as it is about my future. As I share my heart through my story, I understand that it serves to move to the next level in my life. In life, there are many roads, but you can take it however you need to, and guidance to ensure that the right road is taken. I want to highlight how the road was pointed out to me through CASA. I'm 31 years of age. I was placed in care at 14. Abuse for me started at a very young age, both mentally and physical and emotional abuse. While I won't challenge your peace today with all the gory details of what happened in my life, I will place it in your hearing that it was a miracle that I stand before you today. I cannot share with you all of the pages of my story or attempt to calculate the number of tears that I've shed over the years, nor can I help you understand the impact, the disappointments, the hurt, and the pain that I've experienced. However, I knew that with CASA, I would not be able to be here today. One day after being left in the hands of my social workers and DSS, and others that did not necessarily keep safe or have my best interests at heart, God allowed me to discover CASA. CASA has been identified as a miracle because it allowed me to find people, hope, a smile, perseverance in my life. While many rehabilitative measures and many people that vowed to help me failed miserably, Jack, affectionately known to me as my grandfather, showed me God every day with his position through CASA. Jack proved repeatedly that love and actions and working through CASA was his motive in life for me. Jack literally never missed any birthday or anything that I did. He was very supportive, he was very encouraging, and he saw me through he saw me through high school as I'm getting ready for college, which was his desire for me to do so. He showed me love in so many different ways. However, all the promises that I've made to him, I'm able to stand here to say that I've been able to cash out on most of them, and that's due to CASA. I have no idea where I would have been had it not been for CASA. As you can see, there's a huge benefit in having CASA in one's life. Because of this program and Jack, I'm certainly on the right road. As Jack made me a promise, my faith is strong in God. School is certainly in the near future. Currently writing my first book, writing more music every day, and I'm currently the director of a music ministry at the City of Refuge. I stand before you today as a law-abiding citizen, a God-fearing, smart, and talented man that is on the road to greatness. While I'm not where I would like to be, I'm certainly not where I was, and Jack and God and CASA are to thank for that. Thank you.
Shake it like you mean it, baby. Come on and dance with it. Come on. Shake it like you mean it, baby. Come on and dance with it.
Thank you to our guests, our contributing artists, sponsors, donors, and partners. Each of you has supported the tireless work of our board members, staff, and volunteer advocates. Your invaluable work is the catalyst which brings us here today. I want to acknowledge a few individuals who have gone above and beyond to serve children in our community. Aaron Mabin, we present to you the Difference Maker Award. Thank you for using your artwork, your voice, and power to advocate for underserved youth in our community. Your advocacy is admirable. Our CASA board member, Daryl Brayman. Daryl, we present to you the Lois Feinblatt Advocate Award. You consistently go above and beyond for CASA. Thank you for your dedication, your time, and the effort that you put into CASA programming and fundraising. You are greatly appreciated. Our CASA volunteer, Sam Story. Sam, we present to you the Judge Martin P. Welsh Champion Award. Thank you for your advocacy. You exceed CASA's expectations to ensure our CASA youth receive the advocacy and that they deserve. Thank you for being a shining light. CASA of Baltimore aims to provide support for abused and neglected children by advocating for their best interests, to encourage reunification, help them find a permanent family, and reach their full potential. Last year, we advocated for over 150 children and assisted with successfully closing 39 cases, of which 25 closed due to reunification with their families, custody or guardianship, or adoption. You've heard the story of a former CASA youth and the impact a CASA advocate made on his life. Daily, we seek ways to give each of our children hope so they too can have a success story. With action, we make a difference in these children's lives, and each one of you here today has helped to continue to make a difference. We ask that you support CASA's mission by making a donation. The quickest way to make a difference is to text Give CASA, GIVECASA, to 243725. By texting, you will take another step towards advocacy for children in foster care. Whatever you can give, including the gift of being a volunteer advocate, we sincerely appreciate it. Change a child's story. Thank you.
So we've come to the end of this year's presentation of The Art of Caring. I want to remind you that bidding will be open for the next 2 weeks. Please take a moment. Think about the work that CASA does. Think about how it might affect your life or the lives of those you care about. And please, please remember to donate. We look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you so much for being with us.